Hey folks, this week we looked at a winding method from Liechtenauer's Zettel. So to start with, we meet in a bind from Zornhau. We then drag up our outside edge along theirs to provoke a reaction. When this happens, we simultaneously wind our hands underneath to put our back edge along their outside. Once this happens, we then disconnect our blade, moving underneath theirs and thrust into their stomach or their sternum.
Kind of using what we've just used is, for this, because we're going to break it into segments rather than just one big fluid motion, and obviously work for that fluid motion. So if you just stand there from here, and then we will just rotate round. So you lead in with the cut, and I'll just step back. So if we come in, so bam, and then I'm going to draw the blade up as if I'm about to do the wind, and Aaron thinks I might come in that way maybe to try and get that power into the center line. So if it's coming up, Aaron pushes it out. I then twist, step forward, take it out of line if your arm's a little bit higher. And you're just going to thrust in. So if it happened like that, then so if we go up, twist, and then disconnect basically. So it's literally like I don't know if you do you remember the mess of stuff that we did where we basically were like that, and then we took the blade off it. It's literally that. So we're here. So step back. I've drawn it up. It's come up. I twist in, step, and then just thrust it into the stomach. If you imagine the momentum is going in that direction, obviously it looks a little odd when it's slowed down because you could be like, well, you just smashed them in the face. It's not going to be like that. So if it was like, if you came in and we go, bam, I drew it up, and then I come in with it like that, and before you know it, you've been stabbed in the. Yeah, literally, you're using that. I kind of use that force to get it out of your blade. So yeah, literally, yeah, quite, yeah. So we're gonna go back step, bring it up, and then in like that. So it's literally just a nice. You're crossing it. You're basically winding on the other side. So instead of being this side, we're gonna go cross the pommel. So we've got crossed arms now. If it's pushed that way, it just comes out and it goes like that. So it's not a massive disconnect. So we're not going to go like up and then be like haha and then try and get around with it. It's literally like shortest route as possible. Comes out. If it's up here, fine. If it ends up a little bit higher, your arms end up a little bit higher. It comes underneath and it gets him in the sternum like that. I'll just do a little side on so you can see from behind. It's coming in. So bam, bring it up, cross it over, and then bam, got you in the lower bit there as well. Does that make sort of sense? Kind of, yeah. So that's, yeah. So I suppose so if we're like, so let's say we've both met in the Vomtag with that kind of let's just put some context in. All of this stuff, and a lot of you know if you've read the books, or if you're fighting your average guy who doesn't have maestro skills. So most people, the average guy who's competent with a sword and fights, is probably going to fight in a 4-cut plane to try and get, not even as smooth as that, he might go bam underneath, but it's probably going to be 2 or 3 cut plane that they're going to be fighting in to just bludgeon the person. So if you're skilled up and you come into this bind, so we're here, we've got a bit of fight, so Aaron's pushing on, I'm trying to push to get that centre line, it's not working, so Aaron's got more centre line, so it comes up, it twists, and then it comes down like that. You're fighting for centre line, so if they're happy to be in that bind, then it's not, they're going to get stabbed in the stomach really because you know how to manipulate it. Yeah, and it's the same for any sort of contact bind. You need to know that I need to know that Aaron is going to stay where I want him to stay. And I'm thinking, okay, so if he decides he's going to disengage and go around, this is when we would do the tag cut. And I just slice to the nearest thing to me, get out of the way. But because he's thinking, no, I want to thrust into me and kill me, or just generally take that centre ground, or centre line rather, I'm going to bring it up to make him think I'm doing something, twist it, and then you just, still pressure. The pressure from this pressure, if he pushes that way now, is so much better. Yeah. Yes, you want that pressure. Yeah, literally. So it's literally just like that. 100%. Yeah. Because we've kept the full in all the way. So it's come from from where, say we're in this position, I haven't taken the blade off at all yet. It's going that way. I turn it, and then the blade comes off. So as long as that is coming in, as it comes in, I push a bit more further out, and then I go bam. Yeah. Okay. Grab somebody, stab them in the chest. don't stab them in the chest though.
And that's it, folks. A nice short one this week. Thank you for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe and leave a comment.